all my family's voting yes. I don't know. I'm just voting yes.
We are giving the rights of parents back to them. The first victim group they're going after is the babies. And when they're killed in the womb, they don't have a voice.
You are a liar!
We're united here under this flag and under this God.
He's quoting Braveheart again.
We also stand with children that are being sex trafficked and, all the trade that goes on with that.
Freedom is very, very hard.
Gunter and I are at a little restaurant place in Cincinnati, and we're here for some kind of like a rally or some shit kind of event where a detransitioner is going to be speaking at, and that's a house of art. So let's see what happens.
Oh God. We've arrived at the Nazi rally.
Boys allowed in women's locker rooms are done.
They're done.
All the other colors of the rainbow being shoved down our throat. We are fed up with gender ideology.
There's a counter protest?
So as you can hear, we've made it.
Do you know that's actually happening?
They're saying some very interesting things, some of which might be true, possibly.
Most likely not.
Most likely not, but hey, I'm here with Greg Kraft, say hi. And we're gonna maybe ask some people some questions, talk to some people. Woo, let's go! America! See what all the fuss is about. See what everyone's out here for.
Oh boy.
All right. Hello, everybody. We are live today at the Sunday prayer for protecting the kids, I guess. This is, I'm here with Greg Kraft, good friend of the show.
Maybe up.
We're just trying to get some opinions today, maybe hopefully talk to some people. Chloe Cole is actually the one hosting this, so hopefully we'll get to talk to the lady herself, the detransitioner extraordinaire, and just see what's going on with issue 1 in Ohio and why these people want it passed through so goddamn bad.
A lot of sus.
Get the word out.
There seems to be a lot of sus happening.
They're saying things that I'm not sure they're quite true.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of talk about
a lot of conjecture,
baby penises and stuff.
A lot of talk about children's genitals, but we're trucking along. We'll see what the general public's opinion is.
Hopefully you don't get shot.
Hopefully.
This is work.
So, sir, what brings you out here today?
Idiots like that.
The protesters over here?
Absolutely.
Okay. What are they doing that you disagree with?
The signs they're holding up, the ones holding an American flag up, it's just horrible.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what's horrible about it? Like, what specifically do you disagree with them on?
How they want people to vote no. I mean, for people to make our own decisions and stuff for us, and I don't want that.
Okay, so vote no on Ohio issue 1, just to be clear. They want you to vote no on issue 1.
Right, absolutely. So half of them are young. They don't even know what the hell they're standing out there for.
Okay, so you're voting yes, presumably, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, can I ask you why?
I mean, talk about the entirety of the
I don't
United States
know.
government.
I'm just voting yes.
Standing against you.
Okay.
Because all my family's voting yes and everything like that. So
Okay, so you're just going along with it. You feel like it's the right thing to do,
I
right?
just don't want to have to deal with people like that. So if they're wanting the people vote no, then I'm going to vote yes.
You go to war
Bunch of
because you
idiots.
love your country.
Okay.
Look, there's like a dozen of them, and look at all the people that come out. I mean, I can't really say what I want to say.
That we're facing.
Okay.
I don't want to get you guys in trouble.
And the things that they're trying to protect you with.
I would
Because the
love to
sobering
say.
reality
Of course, and anything you say here, we're not live or anything. We're going to edit all this. Yeah, sorry, I should have clarified that for you.
Police weren't here.
If there's one issue that is like a powerhouse issue for you when you vote, which issue would that be?
A lot of the issues, but my important issues are is where they let pornography into the kids' schools, where they're teaching our teaching our kids that. I don't like that. I don't like same-sex bathrooms in Target. I'm getting tired of them shoving down this trans crap down our throats. It's everywhere you go. You can't say nothing about it because they get offended, and then it's my problem. You know, that's bullshit. It's their the problem.
Okay. All right, well, excellent. Thank you so much for your time, sir. I really appreciate it.
But their parents don't know. They may have told a teacher that they're pregnant.
Yeah, because they don't want to get
And behind their parent infertility, sepsis that can lead to death, retain products of conception, you know what that is? Retain products of their baby. They can have parts of their baby that are retained in their uterus. What? Because the abortionist didn't get it all.
She's saying some weird shit, bro.
And their baby's head could then cause an infection.
It's a little bit weird.
They could lose their license by not mindlessly affirming their identity under the guise of conversion therapy. The one doctor I had who refused to give me a prescription is inexplicably no longer with my healthcare provider. They gave him the harsh ultimatum of either having a dead daughter or a living transgender son. What wouldn't you do if you were faced with the death of your child? The very first intervention I was given was, of course, puberty blockers, also known as Lupron, which is a drug that was previously used to either treat advanced testicular cancer or for chemical castration of sex offenders. Trans women are women, and trans men are men. When I was 15, I underwent a double mastectomy and my breasts were surgically removed. It's been about 3 years and I still haven't fully healed. A few weeks ago, Louisiana reversed its position entirely and it became the last southern state to make gender transition in minors illegal. I soon discovered that it was all a lie, an attempt to run away from reality. That one day, I wanted to be a mother and have children of my own. And in order to do that, I would have to live as a woman. I decided that I would never pick up a single vial of testosterone ever again. I would never take that injection ever again.
So brave. So brave. So brave.
I shared my personal story and it's been pretty instrumental in changing the entire discourse in the US.
Not by much. Maybe it's because you're drifting as like a circuit speaker all across the country.
And I've transcended my status as a victim. Children are having their right to reproduce taken away from them with sterilizing drugs that are used to convert healthy girls and boys into just a mimicry of the opposite sex. Where are their reproductive rights?
Most people here are against abortion.
Mine were lost when I was 13. You and I are the only things standing in between this attack on children. You have a duty to finish this fight with me. Thank you.
Don't go anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere. We are giving the rights of parents back to them.
I feel like I got a note here.
But by your stripes,
These are people that like totally like statistically are more likely to your children more so than any trans person. Heterosexual, cisgender people are statistically way more likely than any trans person. So they're fixating on this for a reason. Remember what the Nazi book burnings were burning. Remember what they were doing.
They're going after kids. The first victim group they're going after is the babies. And when they're killed in the womb, they don't have a voice. We would like to offer a special prayer over you. Because you mentioned that you have some serious wounds and you share with those and bodily, spiritual, all of that. But we believe that where 2 or 3 are gathered in the name of the Lord Jesus, there he is in our midst. And he's here because we have 2,000 out there or more. We have thousands watching across the country. We're united here under this flag and under this God.
This is theocratic language.
And for the many young people at this very moment confused about who they are, may Chloe's voice help them. And we ask this in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Hey, women.
So we have that warrior for the cause. I'm Greg. He's also a fellow Catholic. So I would like to welcome my friend and my hero, General Michael Flynn.
Freedom is very, very hard. And you know what the most powerful weapon system of man is? Prayer. Prayer. Whether your politicians hear me or not, it's in God's hands. They can take my freedom and they tried hard, but they couldn't take my faith. My mom taught me sticks and stones will will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. All right? Get up. One more time.
This might be a good part of the video where we include some quotes from Michael Flynn that definitely out him out as a fascist.
Traitor Flynn! Traitor Flynn! Traitor Flynn! Traitor Flynn! That's called the First Amendment. Right? It's called the First Amendment.
Yeah, and you try and take that away.
If they're out here on a hot day like that going blah, 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 they must be happy. I can't imagine any other way that they'd be. Traitor Flynn! Traitor Flynn! Traitor Flynn! Okay. Traitor Flynn!
So as you can see, it's getting very heated over here.
Traitor Flynn! So I am a size 12 shoe. Half of my feet are off.
All right, so what brings you out here today?
To support issue 1.
Okay, and issue 1 being the one that makes it so that 60% vote has to go through to.
Correct. All 88 counties have to be represented, and they can't go back and cure signatures endlessly, which is what they do. Why would anybody think it's unreasonable? Right now, for these issues, 44% of the counties usually don't even get a say in putting them on the ballot. So that's pretty fundamental. It's a much lower bar than even the U.S. Constitution for amendment to of the U.S. Constitution, which is 2/3 of the Congress and 75% of the states. So
opponents of the bill or of the issue are saying that it's anti-democratic because it's explicitly, so if there were a 59 to 41 split, the 41% would win out over the 59%. What do you think about that?
Well, how's that different from 50% plus one vote winning out over 49?
Well, it would be a majority. That's their point. So
okay. Well, 60% is a majority, and it's a less divisive majority.
Right.
If we can't get 60% to agree on it, we should not be taking it to our ballot. It's a waste of time and it's a waste of money.
Let me ask you another question. If there were one issue that is like the most hard-hitting issue for you, the reason that like you get politically motivated, which one would it be?
Well, I would have to say that it's probably the abortion issue.
Okay.
Just like they said in their ad, their issue 1 ad, vote no on issue 1. And the whole ad, it goes, it's about abortion, it's about abortion, it's about abortion. The left never utters the word abortion. They always call it pro-choice, reproductive freedom, so on and so forth. But in that PSYOPs ad, and at the end it goes, protect reproductive rights and democracy, vote no. And I actually had 5 women at the Board of Elections in the group out when I went to vote tell me that that's a Republican ad. They'll lie, they'll cheat, they'll steal to win an election. 60% takes that off the board. Nobody can complain.
Okay, so just to be clear, 59% of people still think that abortion should be legal and 41% don't think it should be legal. You believe that those 41% should still win out over the 59, is that correct? This is a hypothetical. So, like, hypothetically speaking, if it were 59% who wanted abortion and 41% who did not want abortion, this issue pushed through would mean that the 41%
okay, so we're not a democracy, we're a constitutional republic.
Okay.
If they want to change the laws, elect the Ohio House and the Ohio Senate to change the laws the way they want to change them. They can't just take it to the issues and go to the urban areas that are heavily Democrat, work the vote. So to get their way, because they just won't give up.
So what's the difference between a democracy and a constitutional republic in your eyes?
So a democracy is essentially a mob rule, the 50% plus one vote. Okay. And a constitutional republic is what we have, our constitution. We elect representatives to go to Congress and represent us. Do you know how many issues we've had in Ohio?
I can't say that I know.
27. I think it's 127. It might be 172. It's a ridiculous number. It should be difficult to amend the Constitution. That's essentially it.
Okay, so why do you bring up the number of issues versus the number of constitutional amendments, if I may ask? Like, what's the importance of the numbers to you?
Well, it's just a waste. It's crazy. We're constantly being hit with these issues. Marijuana legalization. Every state that's legalized marijuana recreationally regrets it. is starting to regret it. Colorado's already regretting it. It's a mess. It's just one example. It's been brought to us once or twice, maybe twice, for recreational marijuana, and I think they're gearing up for another one. Who's pushing that? Not us. Nobody cares. It's a big industry who wants to get the industry going in the United States. So, I mean, in Ohio, get the marijuana industry going. So,
okay. What is your position on marijuana and why?
You know, my position is that it should not be supported by the state. Should it be criminalized? Probably not. But to promote it as medicine is a joke. It's not medicine. We have medical marijuana in Ohio, as do other states. The other issue is it's a fact that it causes psychosis. I know a number of people that have had problems with marijuana, psychotic breaks. Young men are really at risk. Read Alex Berenson's book. Tell your children the truth about marijuana, violence, and mental disease. It's real. It's a fact. So if it should be treated as a dangerous drug. If it's treated as a dangerous drug, and they want to decriminalize it, that's, I'm probably okay with that. So
to you for earlier too.
That's all right.
Oh, it's all good. I mean, well, that was nice.
Tom, have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it, sir. All right. Yeah, you have a wonderful day. Why are you here today, counter-protesting the Sunday prayer that they're doing?
We are here because one of the main speakers is former General Michael Flynn, who is a traitor. And so we have a bipartisan group of veterans who served our country in the armed forces who are horrified that this guy's being promoted as some kind of good man. He's a traitor. He violated his oath. He admitted it, and he was convicted.
Could you maybe tell me why he might be here today? What he might be speaking about?
I assume he's getting paid to be here, but I have no evidence of that. So I don't know why he would come to Ohio. He doesn't live here. He doesn't have any connections here. And I don't know how he decided to become involved in Ohio's internal politics. So we think that a traitor should not be here in Ohio.
It seems like a common trend among conservative groups, to be honest with you. What do you think about that? Because in my experience, I've been to a couple of Ohio Board of Education meetings, and there seem to be quite a few people there coming in from out of state. Does this seem like a common issue that you've run into?
I have no clue. I just know that he's here today.
The abortion vote's in November. It's not in August.
Okay.
This is for a majority vote. Vote for referendums, not on abortion.
Right. This is for issue 1, which would cause the total number of votes to have to be 60% rather than 50 in order to change any legislation.
Yeah, it's easier.
Yes, exactly.
The Bengals had 60 votes and Cleveland had 40. Cleveland win.
Yeah, exactly.
So I went through a long, arduous process to get my security clearance, and this guy went and just dumped information on Pakistan that he should not have. He's taken money from Turkey, hence the turkey gobbler. And then he didn't report that. So when you go to get your security clearance re-upped, you have to report money taken from foreign sources, and he didn't do that. He admitted to lying. He admitted to a couple of felonies. He got in trouble for it, but then Trump pardoned him. So now he's free to go do what he wants. And it's possible, I've read that he actually was sort of behind the trucker rally up in Canada.
I remember that.
So it's like, the guy's dirty. There's no reason for him to be here, but it's like they lump all these people together who are outcasts from that group so they can come cause trouble. And to answer your other question, a battleground state. Ohio has always been a battleground state. And I think that they feel like they can influence things here, but actually I think he's a detriment to their cause.
Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it, sir. All righty, thank you.
Michael Flynn is up here saying that Jim Caviezel's in the building. Yo, I have no idea. We are just going with the flow right now. We're going to see what we can get.
From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for all the support in our film, Sound of Freedom. Tim Ballard also wishes he could be here to tell you. Thank you. When I did Sound of Freedom, all I could think about was those children, and my own children. We want to always keep our children safe because we know there are always, and always will be, bad people. After I finished filming Sound of Freedom, I couldn't sleep for 2 years. Kept seeing the suffering of all those kids. That is why I fought so hard for 4 years to get this movie out to help fight against this great evil.
None of the proceeds go to OUR.
No, I wouldn't stop. I could not stop. And I will not stop. They want to promote trans ideology in our classroom.
Oh boy.
Make sure parents aren't involved. You know, St. Maximilian Kolbe, the great saint from Auschwitz, said that indifference is the greatest sin of the 20th century.
Funny that he talks about Auschwitz when the majority of the Nazi book burnings were on trans research. Remember that this dude quoted Braveheart.
Do you remember John Paul? Do not be afraid. Do not be satisfied with mediocrity. Put out into the deep. Let down your net for a catch. Everybody who does wrong hates the light, for fear that his actions may be exposed. But a man who lives in truth comes out into the light.
What in the goddamn f*** is he doing right now?
That is done in God. You and I know it, and do not believe that life is so dear and peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery.
He's trying to appeal to
If
emotions.
nothing in life is worth dying for, well, when did this begin? Just in the face of this enemy? Or should Moses have told the children of Israel to live in slavery under the pharaohs? Should Christ have refused the cross? Should the patriots at Concord Bridge have thrown down their guns and refused to fire the shot heard around the world? The martyrs of history were not fools. Our beloved dead. Freedom exists not to do what you like, but having the right to do what you ought.
Wait, what? Why does obligation have to be entwined with freedom? That's an oxymoron. That doesn't even make any sense.
And that is the
This is
freedom
just
that
straight
I wish for
fascism,
you.
guys.
Freedom from sin. Freedom from our weaknesses. Freedom from the slavery that sin makes out of all of us. That is the freedom that is worth dying for. Well, I mean, you live for at least a while, dying in your beds many years.
He's quoting
from now,
Braveheart again.
you can take our lives,
With a
but you can
Scottish
never
accent
take
and
our
everything.
freedom. Every man dies, but not every man truly lives. We must fight for that authentic freedom.
So I believe this is the Amish crowd we have back here. I'm not entirely sure. Definitely a group of some sort that looks very traditional. All right, hello, how are you doing today?
Doing good, sir.
Good, and I see the outfit that you're wearing. May I ask why you're wearing that?
Well, actually, this is, I wear this because of the people who I stand with. We're with the Church of God, and we stand with our apostles. We're here to show that we stand with the human race, whatever truth is represented, we're going to show up and be there to support that.
All right, excellent. What's the truth you're representing today?
Well, we stand with the children. We stand with the unborn children. We also stand with children that are being sex trafficked, and all the trade that goes on with that, as we see in that movie that Jim Caviezel did. So we're here to support that.
All right, excellent. So you saw Sound of Freedom. What did you think?
I thought it was a really good movie. I thought it was insightful. It's supposed to wake us up, I think, to a lot of the things that are undercurrent in this country, a lot of the bad things that are going on with our children. So I like the movie very much.
All right, excellent. And I see that you have two girls with you. Are these your daughters, or?
This is my daughter.
Okay.
And she's a friend. So
you guys want to say hi?
Hi. Hi.
Last question real quick. So you're voting, I presume, yes on Ohio issue 1, right?
Well, honestly, I don't vote a lot myself. I'll just be honest. I'm not saying that I wouldn't get into local contests or local races, but as far as on definitely not on national, like presidential elections, I wouldn't vote because I'm not a political person like that. I think there's good from both sides.
The devil, the enemy, will not touch the kids in the state, and she will stand guard. And this rosary is a promised prayer of defense.
What do we have here?
We are going to pray right now, the Holy Rosary.
Oh, okay. Apparently we are praying now. Very interesting stuff.
Some of the men will be taking Mary around. Everyone stays in place. There's no procession. You all stay put. But they will bring a statue of Mary around the perimeter, symbolic of the Blessed Mother, consecrating this state of Ohio.
And you can see they
to her care.
have the Mother Mary.
The devil, the enemy, will not touch the kids in the state, and she will stand guard. And this rosary is a promised prayer of defense.
All right, we're beginning our prayer.
Thank you for taking the Lord's Day this afternoon, this Sunday.
As you can see right behind me, there's a statue of Mary right there. I get that this is a public assembly and it tends to be a lot of Christians, actually specifically Catholics. But I thought this was America.
The Rosary.
All right, we're now praying the Our Father.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
Okay, we just got done. We're in the car. We are hot. That's more ways than one. We're about to get something to drink. It was a good time. I thought, I mean, it was as good of a time as it can be at a right-wing rally, but yeah. We got to talk to some people. I got like four interviews. One of the people was a counter-protester.
I could have sworn one of them was. I could have sworn you got like up to 5. I don't know. I lost count.
Well, I tried to get a few more, but the thing about these rallies is that people are very wary of any kind of media presence, even if it's just like a tiny independent YouTuber. Like, right. I had a few people looking at me very skeptically, like,
this might come back to haunt me and cancel me.
Yeah, it's like the first guy I talked to, he thought we were live. And he didn't want to say certain things because he didn't want to get in trouble. And I'm like, don't worry, we'll edit it later. He's like, I don't know if I can say anything. But that guy straight up he did not know why he was voting for issue 1. He just knew that his family and everyone was doing it, and so he decided to do it himself.
Which is unfortunately like a trend among like right-wing personalities in general.
That's why I did it when I was a conservative. You know, that's why I voted for Trump back in 2016.
It's the status quo. Why fight it? You know? I'll say this: there was overt theocratic fascist rhetoric being flown around, and these people unfortunately don't know the difference between that and righteousness and, you know, standing up for the Lord and stuff, and standing up for their families or whatever. They think that they're protecting themselves and all they love and hold precious, but at the end of the day, like, they are selling themselves out. Because, warning to all of the out there, you will eventually not be white enough. If you're Italian, German, you're cis, you're straight, it doesn't matter. They will come after you eventually. You know, you'll be last in line, but you know, you're not safe. As much as you think you are. You're on the right side of history. You know, I'm sorry. One more reminder: the Nazi book burnings. They were burning trans research documentation. So it's like, if you're really that anti-trans, you got to ask yourself like who you're also in agreement with, because it's the Nazis.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk to Chloe Cole or Jim Caviezel. Unfortunately, they were very well guarded. But we did get a lot of good interviews. We got some good content. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more. You can join my channel membership to get some sweet perks. If you go to youtube.com/AlecGunther/TTV/join. Greg Craft, shout yourself out real quick. You got only a few seconds.
YouTube and Twitch, GREYECRAFT. You could find me there. Subscribe, follow, join the Greycraft cult today.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.